Hello, yoga friends, and I would like to say a special thank you to my friend and fellow yogi Glenn, who is making this video possible. I'd also like to thank the hospital workers, the nurses and doctors, the food prep, the cleaners, as well as the people in the drugstores and grocery stores that are keeping things going for us. Where would we be without you? Thank you. So we usually start class with a mudra, and this video will be much shorter than our usual class. It won't be an hour and a half at all, but we're going to start with a mudra of abhaya for self-care. I think we all know the importance of self-care at all times, but particularly these days. And recognize it's very evident, left hand open on the left thigh, Virata Mudra. It's very evident that how we care for ourselves will impact our community. So self-care and kindness and goodwill and benevolence really go together these days. As does this mudra, which you'll recognize as hand washing, 20 seconds, hot water, soap. We use our hands a lot, especially now that we're keeping in touch via Facebook and FaceTime and internet and email. So you want to take good care of your hands. And besides washing them, you can stretch them, stretch the fingers back one at a time. We're going to use for the framework of this short class that the guidelines that we've been reviewing in class, those 8 guidelines. And the first, you'll remember, was to take good care of your hands and your feet. So when you're finished opening up the palms and stretching the wrist extensors, just interlace your fingers and open your hands as you stretch your thumbs down and little fingers up. Draw the shoulders away from the ears, draw the elbows in, and then turn your palms in, change the interlace and open the hands again. Nice and wide, thumbs down, little fingers up, elbows in, and then release the grip, relax your hands, circle your shoulders. Start with small circles and make them gradually larger. And the whole time you're lifting up the shoulders, you're also lifting up from the top of your head. So we've taken care of hands, then the feet. Lift your right leg and massage your foot. It's a really great thing to do for your feet any time of day, but especially before bed. Helps to calm the brain and relax the body and help you sleep. So when you've done the whole foot, you might want to try threading fingers through the toes, if that's available to you, and maybe wiggle a little. And then slide your hand out and put that foot down and lift the other, massaging the toes and the soles of the feet, the arches, the heels, and of course, this position you'll recognize is also the position for piriformis stretch. So as you're threading your fingers through your toes, you might sit tall and place your forearm across the bent leg and lean a little over that bent leg and breathe, stretching the piriformis. And lift back up, slide your fingers out and put that foot down. So the second of our guidelines was to stand or sit, in this case, tall, like you're a puppet and the puppet master is on the roof and the string attached to the crown of your head is being lifted up. So the sides of the trunk lengthen, the sides of the neck lengthen, but the shoulders relax. So sitting tall, standing tall, and then our third guideline was engage the core. And as you know, in yoga, core is everything beneath the chin. This is the only part you leave unengaged, the brain. So one way to engage the core is just to lift your knees one at a time. Staying as tall as you can with the shoulders relaxed, the collarbones broad. And as you lift your knees, draw your belly button toward your back waist. And then maybe you want to try both knees at once. A little more effort required there, but keep the throat soft. Keep the collarbones broad and the chest open. And if lifting both knees works for you, maybe you want to extend your arms out horizontally to begin opening the chest. And then maybe in front. Keep the core muscles engaged as you lift the arms up. And if you're feeling really strong today, maybe you want to lift the legs up as well. Spread the toes and spread the fingers. Breathe. Good. And then bend your knees, rest your feet, relax your arms down, but bring your right under your left and wrap in Garudasana arms, eagle arms. Lift the shoulders, lift the elbows, don't lift the shoulders, lift the elbows, and press your forearms forward, feeling that stretch across the upper back. And then relax the arms and change. Bring the left under the right. See if you can press the right palm with the left fingertips. Lift the elbows and press the forearms forward. And then relax the arms. And again, if it feels good to you to circle the shoulders or roll the chin across the chest, go ahead and do that. Release tension. So we got love your feet, love your hands. Sit tall, stand tall. Engage your core and then open your chest. So make sure your chair is away from the wall. By the way, that's all you'll need for this practice is a chair. If you have a block or a blanket, great. You don't even need a mat. So simple practice, very accessible. Anyone can do this. So we're going to slide forward on the chair, interlace the fingers, and bring our hands behind our head to support the neck and support the head. And as you lean into the back of the chair, feel that the lower edge of your shoulder blades is just above the back of the chair. But keep the sitting bones anchored. Keep the ribs soft. Spread the arms wide. Breathe. So open the chest. One way to do it. Lift yourself slowly up and bring your knuckles to the top of your head. Relax the shoulders down. And as you exhale, press your feet to the floor, press your palms to the ceiling. Keep the wrists flexed, release the grip, and press out through the heel of the hand like you're sliding your hands down opposite walls. And come back to Garudasana arms. Right under left, forearms forward. Release, interlace the less familiar way, open the hands again. Exhale, press the palms up to the ceiling and then bend the elbows, support your head, support your neck, leaning into the back of the chair. Keep the throat soft, keep the ribs soft, keep the navel drawing back and the sitting bones pressing down so you're opening up the thoracic spine, not overarching your lumbar. And then lift yourself slowly up, bring your knuckles to the top of your head again. Relax your shoulders, and as you breathe out, press the palms up, release the grip, pressing out through the heel of the hand. And this time, bring the left arm under the right. And just change sides. Garudasana arms one more time. And relax the arms. And then sit tall, circle the shoulders again, taking out any tension. So we've got love your hands, love your feet, sit tall or stand tall, engage your core, open the chest, and breathe is next. So there's many different practices with pranayama, and you know several of them. And so one that I'll just remind you of is ujjayi. That is the smooth, slow, soft, either inhalation or exhalation. Exhalation is very effective for calming the nervous system, helps to take us into that rest and digest mode. So let's just do, I'll just do one with you, normal inhalation and then a slow extended exhalation. So breathe in. And of course you might want to repeat that. Ujjayi, you could also do the long, stretched, smooth breath in and then follow with the slow, extended exhalation. You can also use your inhale, exhale with a pause between to make a box. So you would inhale for the floor, hold the breath for the wall, exhale for the ceiling, and then hold the exhalation out for the other wall. And one which you're very familiar with, the 4-7-8 breathing. So that is where you empty the lungs completely. You inhale through the nostrils for a count of 4. Hold the breath in for a count of 7. Exhale through the mouth loudly for a count of 8. And of course, you don't hold for 7 or exhale for 8 if it's a strain. You do what is comfortable, so you never want to strain when you're practicing pranayama. So we'll just do one together, and then you can always pause the video and do several more on your own. So I'll talk you through. You empty the lungs completely, breathe out all you can. Breathe in through the nostrils for a count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath in for a count of 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale loudly through the mouth for a count of 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe normally. So as I say, lots of different types of pranayama. You also know Brahmari, the bee breath. You might practice that one. Viloma, the paused breathing. This is a really important time to not only practice yoga, but practice pranayama, because it really helps to soothe the nervous system. And that brings us, hopefully, to a quiet mind. That's number 6 in our guidelines. So Patanjali told us this is what yoga is, quieting of the fluctuations of the mind. Yoga citta vritti nirodha. So practicing pranayama will help you to quiet the mind, as will shavasana, of course, the pose of surrender. So I'm going to lie myself down on the floor and put my legs up on the chair. And if you have a block, you could get the block now, easier to get it before you come down, and you could practice shoulder stand here, a variation of shoulder stand, putting the block under the sacrum, putting your feet on the back of your chair. If your chair is at the wall, your feet can be on the wall. You want to reach for the legs of your chair and tuck the shoulders under. And you might even, if you're familiar with this pose, bring your legs up, parallel to the wall. Coming out, feet back to the back of the chair, onto the seat, lift the hips, slide your block out, ease yourself down. And here you can do another piriformis stretch. Great for the back, especially if you're out in the garden a lot these days, as most of us are. So each side. And like I say, these are just reminders. So not a full class, very short class. Maybe you want to repeat it after the video, or you maybe want to practice it a couple of times a day, or just have it remind you of your favorite poses. Once you've accommodated your back, you can relax your back onto the floor and stretch your arms out horizontally for Shavasana. So this is the pose of surrender. So number 7 in our guidelines is practice, and number 8 is surrender. So you stay on the floor in Shavasana, and I'm going to roll up and talk you through sitting on a block, along with pranayama. This is a really great time to practice Shavasana regularly. It's possibly the pose we need the most, that deep, deep relaxation. So practice and surrender. So as you surrender, you might start to lengthen your out breath, the ujjayi, slow, smooth, extended exhalation. And just let your back body sink into the floor and let your legs sink into the chair. And as you exhale, take your attention to your feet that you've just massaged, and just feel how long and broad they are from the tips of the toes to the back of the heel. And then breathe out again, letting go. Take your attention to your ankles. Relax the Achilles tendon so the ankles soften. Breathing out, take your attention to your lower legs and soften the calf muscles so they become like marshmallows, and your shins can sink into those soft, fleshy calves. Breathe normally, and as you exhale, relax the muscles and ligaments around the knees, and just let the knee cap float in that space between your lower and upper leg. On your next exhalation, release the large thigh muscles from the thigh bones. And when you breathe out again, let the bones themselves sink into the floor. Feel that your whole leg is loose and long and limp from the tips of the toes to the top of the hip. And then bring your attention to the buttocks and relax the gluteal muscles so the buttocks spreads like sunshine on your mat. Relax the abdominal area as well, so the organs within can also have this opportunity to replenish lost energy. Breathing out, return to the back body and relax completely the 2 thick rows of muscle alongside your spine, and see if the flesh of your whole back body sinks deeper into the floor. And then as you exhale, take your attention to your shoulders and see if they will give any amount more, and even if that's just a tiny fraction of a centimeter more, let the shoulders completely rest and feel your arms are loose and long and limp from the tops of your shoulders to the tips of your fingers. Smooth, soft, slow breath out, followed by a smooth, soft, slow breath in. Now bring your attention to the back of your head and feel where it's in contact with the floor. And from that point of contact, completely relax the muscles of your neck so the nape of your neck is broad and your throat is soft. And on your next exhalation, see that your lower jaw is relaxed from your upper jaw. Let the cheeks puff from within to without. And imagine the roof of your mouth is like the dome of a cathedral, high, broad, and beautiful. And as you breathe out, let the outer corners of your eyes lengthen towards the temples. And as your eyes elongate and widen, feel the space between the eyebrows expand and soften even more. As you watch your breath flowing out and flowing in, it's nice and easy, smooth and soft, completely relaxed. So thank you, yoga friends. Take good care of yourself. Be kind. Be compassionate. Namaste.